Good evening, because yes, right now it's evening. Today we're going to, I'm going to show you how I make my Isis incense. And in my next video, it's going to be the Nephthys incense. So I got my little book. Sorry, I'm still learning how to work with a webcam. And yes, there's a little music in the background. And I do not own it. So for this recipe, what you're gonna need, and the recipe is not mine, I found it over the internet, but it works really well. Whoop, got stuff falling off. So what you're gonna need for this recipe is myrrh, where is it? Sandalwood, uh, frankincense, uh, rose petals, uh, jasmine, and rosemary. Also, in this recipe, you're supposed to add a few drops of lotus bouquet or lotus oil, but I sort of lost my lotus oil somewhere. Still unpacking, so. But it still works pretty fine without it. And this incense can be burned during worshipping of Isis or any magical working, because Isis is the goddess of magic. So there. So first of all, sorry, living with three cats, you know. So first of all, and I got the measurements. Second, 3 parts myrrh. Remember? Here. But you can basically do any part you want. It's really at your liking. So 1, 2, 3. So that's for the myrrh. Also, 1 part frankincense. And I like to do all the raisins for the raisins first, because like that they get break up. So frankincense, and after that, break it up. Oh, and very important, water and pestle. So you just crush it a little, and it's really, some people like to. Whoops, sorry, frankincense flying. Come on. So yeah, some people like to grind it to very fine powders. Some others like to leave in chunks. And some just don't like to do it. So it's really depending on what you want to do. And it's not because your incense is not in very, very fine powder that you can pass it through a screen or anything that she's not gonna like it. It's not the way it works. Whoops. Still learning how to work with webcam. So there, that's pretty much mashed up. And tomorrow is the full moon, or at least it is here over in Quebec. So tomorrow I'm gonna do my full moon ritual with Isis. So there, I don't know if you can see it. So it's pretty mashed up. There's still some little chunks, but At least the big parts are all broken up. After that, you add 2 parts sandalwood. So 1, and that was already in the powder, so it's kind of fun. So there, sandalwood. 1 part rose petal. There. And I don't do a lot because it smokes a lot, so there's going to be a lot of smoke in here. And the fire smoke detector, very sensitive. Half part jasmine and a half part rosemary. So there's for jasmine. I think I added the rosemary. I'm not sure. I know I modified it slightly, but I'm not sure if I added the jasmine or the rosemary. I just love the smell of rosemary. And just need a little there. And yep. So mash. So are we doing that? Most of you probably know the story of Isis and Osiris and how Isis acquired her talent from magic, I might say. So I'm not going to go back over the whole story. But basically, she was born with magical talents. And she was able to, smells great, trick Ra into giving her his real name. So she was able to obtain even more magical powers. And she is known as one of the goddess of magic. So there, this is what it looks like. Okay, working with webcam. Just a second. So this is what it looks like. And believe me, it smells great. I just wish I had my lotus oil or lotus bouquet. Sadly, I don't. I'm gonna live without it, I think. After 6-month therapy, I'm gonna talk to you guys again. Anyways, so stay tuned right after that one, right after this video, my niftiest incense. So, well, dark incense, and good night.